Hello student, this is Pallav Dabari, your host, and you are watching Pallav Dabari classes. This is 9th chapter, Business Studies Class 12th, Financial Management. This is the second volume of the chapter Financial Management. Now let us see the financing decision. Financing decisions are the financial decisions related to raising of finance. It involves identifying the sources available to him of money. It involves identification of the various sources of finance. It means from where we can get the money, identify it. Second is, it also involves the quantum of the finance to be raised for the long term and the short term from the sources. It means firstly we have to identify the available sources of money, and secondly find out the amount needed for the long term project and the short term project. So under the financing decisions, the two things is needed. First is identify the source, and second is quantum of finance to be raised for long term and the short term sources. Remember, there are two sources of finance. First one is the owner's fund and the second one is borrowed fund. So under the financial decision, the person has to decide whether he should go for the owner's fund or he should go for the borrowed fund, or both. Let us see the factors affecting the financing decision. The first factor affecting the financing decision is cost. Second is risk. Third is flotation cost. Fourth is cash flow position of the business. Fifth is fixed operating cost. Sixth is control consideration. And the last one is state of capital market. Listen, when I say cost, every financial manager select that option where the cost is minimum. The second one is risk. Before collecting the money, the financial manager duly consider the risk factors. If the risk factor is maximum in the business, then the financial manager go for the owner's fund, and if the risk factor is minimum, then the financial manager go for the borrowed fund. So the risk factor is duly considered before arranging the money. The next one is the flotation cost. When I say flotation cost, what it means? It means the money needed before raising the money. Under it, the underwriting commission comes, brokerage comes. If the underwriting and the brokerage is maximum while arranging the money from the debentures, then the financial manager prefer the equity shares. And if the underwriting commission and the brokerage is maximum on the owner's fund, then the financial manager go for the borrowed fund. The next one is cash flow position of the business. It means the availability of the funds to the business. If all the time the funds are available to the businessman, then the financial manager opt the money by the issue of debentures, and if all the time the availability of the money is not there, then the financial manager prefers the owner's fund. The next one is fixed operating cost. What it means? It means the fixed obligation. If the company is already having the enough fixed obligation, then the company don't want to increase any more fixed obligation, then they go for the owner's fund. And if the fixed obligation is minimum, then they don't have problem in increasing or adding the fixed liability, then they can go for the borrowed fund. The next one is control consideration. What it means? It means the control on the financial decision of the business. If the financial manager don't have any problem in sharing the powers with the outsiders, then they can go for the owner's fund. And if the businessman don't want to share any power with the outsider, then they go for the borrowed fund. The next is state of capital market. It means the trend available in the market. If in the market the trend is arranging the money through the debentures, then the financial manager go for the debentures. If the trend is towards the equity shares, then the financial manager also go for equity shares. Or here we can say that during the boom time period, the trend is for the equity share. Then the financial manager go for the equity shares. And during the depression time period, we know that the trend is for the borrowed fund, so the financial manager go accordingly. So the market means how the market respond. Let us see all these points in detail. The first one is cost. It means a prudent financial manager select the cheapest source of finance. The second one is risk. It means the financial manager consider the degree of risk involved in each of finance before taking financing decision. The third one is flotation cost. What it means? It means it is the cost of raising finance. A financial manager estimate the flotation cost of various sources first and select the source with least flotation cost. Under the flotation cost, the underwriting commission brokerage comes. The next one is cash flow position of a business. A business with strong cash flow position prefers to raise funds from debentures. However, during liquidity crisis, business prefer to raise funds from equity, owner's fund. The next one is level of fixed operating cost. Fixed operating cost of a business influence its financing decision. If the fixed operating cost is high, then fund should be raised by the equity shares, otherwise it should be raised by the debentures. The next one is control consideration. What it means? It means financing decision consider the degree of control the business is willing to dilute. A company would prefer debt financing if it wants to retain complete control of the business. The next one is state of capital market. What it means? It means health of the capital market may also affect the financing decision. During boom period, it is easy to raise funds by the issue of shares and so on. Now let us see the dividend policy. Dividend decisions are the financial decisions relating to the distribution of profit among the shareholders and holding it for the future expansion. So what is dividend decision? Dividend decision involves deciding the amount of profit to be distributed to the shareholder dividend and deciding the amount of profit to be retained in the business for the growth of business. Let us see the factors affecting the dividend decision. The first one is earning. If the earning of the business is more, then the company can give more dividend, otherwise they will offer less dividend. So dividend depends upon the earning, the money which they earn, the profit they generate. If more profit, more dividend; less profit, less dividend. The next one is stability of the earning. What it means? It means if the earning is stable, it means that every year the profit is increasing by 10%. In such a situation, the company can offer higher dividend. And if the stability of the earning is not there, then the company offer less dividend. The next is stability of dividend. If the company want to pay stable dividend, it means if the company want to pay 10% dividend all the time, it means that the stable dividend the company want to pay. In such a situation, the company consider what will happen if the company will suffer a loss. After considering the loss, the company always pay or always declare less dividend, because the company should also consider how they will arrange the money when the profit will not be generated by them. In such a situation, always pay less dividend. The next one is growth opportunity. If the company want to expand the business, in such a situation, the company retain maximum portion of the profit as retained earning and offer low dividend among the shareholders. The next one is shareholders preference. The company declare the dividend according to the shareholders expectation. If the shareholders expectation is high, then more dividend is being paid, and if the shareholders are expectation is low, then less dividend. The next one is taxation policy. Listen, we know that the dividends are tax free. It means that the shareholders don't have to pay any tax on the dividend, but the company has to pay the tax on the profit which they have declared as a dividend among the shareholders. If the taxation rate is high, in such a situation, the company offer or pay less dividend. Why? Because if they declare more dividend, it means that more tax they have to pay, because shareholders don't have to pay tax on the dividend, but the company has to pay tax on the dividend. The next is cash flow position. If the company is having the sufficient funds all the time, then the company can pay more dividend, and if sometime the company is having the fund and sometime the company don't have the fund, then they offer less dividend. The next is legal constraints. Suppose the contract with the borrowers or the contract with the lenders bind the company to pay less dividend, then the company offer less dividend, otherwise the company will pay more dividend. So the payment of the dividend also depends upon the legal contract with the lenders. I have already explained these points. Let us see the legal constraints. Sometimes the companies are required to enter into contractual agreement with the lenders with respect to the payment of the dividend in future. That's all I have in this video. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. Dear subscribers, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe the channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that whenever I upload the new video, you get the notification.